Hello, welcome to Top 4 at the Fort Wayne Mid-Season Showdown. Second one this weekend. In Top 4, the Top 4 match we will see showing you today is Ryan Hebert versus Jared Woitalla. Ryan has been rocking this Xerneas Solgaleo team for a while now with Whimsicott, and a lot of people, as you can see, he was a 4-0 today. Some people have had a tough time dealing with it. So we'll see how it matches up against Jared's team, which is also a little unique. So it's Xerneas, Solgaleo, Whimsicott, Landris, Kangaskhan, and Finny on Ryan's side versus Lunala, Rayquaza, Zapdos, Smeargle, Lucario, and Dino. So neither of the teams have the same Pokemon, which will make for a fun time. It's really hard to see how it's hard for me to see how these Pokemon match up against each other. Like, there are so many potential leads that could happen, and we could see a Smeargle lead or some kind of Tailwind setup on Jared's side. Ryan usually is known for leading Solgaleo, Whimsicott, and it works out pretty well for him. He also has a few tricks up his sleeve. If you haven't seen the team yet, it's quite the treat. I've played against it before. It looks like, at first glance you might think it doesn't look that great, but once you start playing against it, it's very scary. Let me tell you. Apparently Ryan doesn't exactly know what he wants to do against you there. He had 5 seconds left. Looks like Jared is going to be sending out Lucario Smeargle, and Ryan is going to be sending out... I don't think it's... Okay, yeah, it's difficult. Whimsicott Solgaleo. So the thing about Whimsicott, it's very good speed, and no matter who you're playing, you almost never know what moves it's running. It has so many good moves it can use. I don't know if Jared knows them or not. I personally know them, but I think I know like 3 of them. It's going to be interesting to see how Whimsicott pairs up against Smeargle. Lucario can put up some decent pressure too. I think it has a mutual matchup against Solgaleo. I don't think either of them OHKO each other. Well, except for one move that Ryan Solgaleo, I think Solgaleo has, which a lot of people don't really think of. Well, we'll see what he decides to go with. Okay, so there's a standard fake out from Jared. This is Solgaleo, makes sense. So once we got some Tailwind, now Ryan has speed advantage, and Jared is vulnerable to Encore right now. Wow, that didn't even bring down his dash. I thought that would do a little more. Moody Boost gives attack and the attack and base, I think that's what it was. So nothing too crazy. Speed might have helped it if Tailwind against Tailwind, but Solgaleo might be faster anyway. I'm not really sure. It does seem like Ryan has the advantage here. I mean, he could take out this Sash Smeargle right now if he wanted to. Okay. So he's going to be redirected to the Smeargle. Depends if Ryan's Whimsicott has an attack, if he can take it out right now. But he decides to Encore, which means he'd be Encore to Defile Me instead of Fake Out. That was a good move on Jared's end. And Bullet Punch goes and takes out Whimsicott. Didn't stop it from getting off an Encore, but deal with it. So I think it's pretty much on his top. So there's the movie and everything from Solgaleo, Layer Blitz. It's going to bring Smeargle down to its stash, but Ryan's going to take some recoil damage on the Solgaleo. But for both recoil and the Life Orb. So the first turn didn't look too good for Jared, but I think he had a good second turn. Attack lower. I didn't see what Pooty raised. I don't think it was anything crazy. I don't know. I mean, the crazy ones are speed or evasiveness. Only 2-7 chance. Odds are pretty good. It's not going to be crazy, but it's Smeargle. Pulls off its own shenanigans. Ryan does have Tailwind up, so and he has the advantage here. I do think he can pull a double knockoff this turn, and Jared might be forced to switch out if he doesn't want that. That depends if Ryan wants to double attack or if he wants to set up Geomancy. Jared needs to make a proper read here. So Leia switches out into Baby ducks? I have no idea what that is. Oh, it's Mega Kangaskhan. It's been a while since I've personally seen it. But Jared also switched out for Rayquaza. Ryan would not do well move blasting here because it's locked into Follow Me, but either Dazzling Gleam or Geomancy works here. You went for Dazzling Gleam, which might be a KO on the Rayquaza actually. No. Okay. Marigold. And Rayquaza reveals Weakness Policy. That might give Jared a way out, but Tailwind is still up. And Xerneas could easily Geomancy next turn. Lucario comes back in. So, I guess I was wondering why he wasn't making before, but I guess it's because, you know, he could Mega Rayquaza. He'll have to pick one carefully here because he's probably going to get something knocked out here. Ryan might even get a double KO here. I noticed Ryan's taking a lot of time on his lot of turns to decide his moves, which I think is good. I do think he's in a good position. He needs to play really carefully. So Leo comes back in, and he's decided to Mega Evolve Lucario. I'd say that's a good call. If Rayquaza doesn't protect here, I think he has no choice but to Extreme Speed. Oh, looks like he didn't. Oh. Did Jared make a read onto the Xerneas? If he Dragon Ascended the Xerneas, I think he might actually be in a very good position. I mean, I guess, I don't know, because like Lucario probably attacks the Xerneas too. I think Xerneas is going to go down here no matter what. So Rayquaza didn't protect or Extreme Speed. Looks like he did go into Xerneas. And a Geomancy was all for naught. Xerneas is down. Now I'm wondering what Rayquaza used. Dragon Ascent, okay. It is +2, so it'll do a decent amount to Solgaleo. Even if it drops its defenses. It was close to a KO. I think Ryan Geomancying there was kind of his demise. I can see why he did it, but you know, it's stuff like this you have to make the right calls, and Jared decided not to protect any of these Pokemon. It really paid off for him. It's hard for me to see how Ryan will come back from this, just because he has the speed advantage, and Lucario just threatens both of these Pokemon. Solgaleo will eventually die to Life Orb Recoil, or it'll faint to Life Orb Recoil. Even though Kangaskhan can get the KO and Rayquaza with Fake Out, like there's not really anything that he can do against Lucario. Lucario has a speed advantage, but Jared decides to Dual Protect. Should be detacking Lucario. That's just me. Detect what's cooler. Interesting that Ryan didn't decide to Mega Evolve. I guess he could conceal information about his Mega, but like nothing else on his team. Mega Evolves. And looks like he will be conceding. That will be game 1 in Jared's favor. I think Jared did a pretty good job of turning that around. I thought Ryan had the advantage the first few turns, but what really came down to was Geomancying, and Jared just not playing passively. And that one turn just kind of turned it around. I think Ryan could lead the same vein. In fact, knowing him, I think he'll lead the same vein. He just needs to play a little differently. And again, like the beginning of the game he did pretty well, and the game seemed in his favor. It was just not using the Xerneas correctly, or just having the wrong reads. I would assume he's spending extra time trying to figure out what third or fourth Mons would be the best ones to bring. I also wouldn't be surprised if Jared led the same thing. I think he wants, Fake Out users to he wants Pokemon to deal with Whimsicott right away. He doesn't really have... He does have a way of stopping Whimsicott from getting Tailwind up, but that would involve faking out and meteor mashing the Whimsicott turn 1, and then that would be sacking his Lucario from Solgaleo. Which might be worth it, because he stops Tailwind and you can get his own Tailwind up. Oh, never mind. Ryan decided to lead something completely different. I'm getting 2015 flashbacks. Landers in Kangaskhan lead. Jared also does something different. He leads Smeargle Lunala. I think if Lunala's Tailwind, this could pay off for him, but also he has to deal with the opposing Fake Out. Depending on if the Kangaskhan is Sucker Punch or not, Lunala could really soak a lot of the attacks coming its way. Wondering if Ryan didn't bring Whimsicott just because he didn't lead it, because usually it's good to lead. You get up an almost guaranteed Tailwind in a lot of situations. And you threaten Encore stuff when the opponent is most likely to lead a Fake Out user. Ryan almost ran out of time again with his turn. Oh, Jared decided to switch out Lunala for Rayquaza. And, oh, Ryan switches out Kangaskhan as well. And, oh, there is Whimsicott. So, well, he didn't beat one of his restricteds. If I had to guess, looking at Jared's team, he probably brought Xerneas. Smeargle's accuracy rises. I guess it could be useful. It has Lovely Kiss. I'm trying to figure out what Whimsicott's nickname means. High Five Ghost. I have no idea. Probably some reference I don't get. A lot of switching going on. This time, Landorus into Solgaleo. So, Xerneas was a trick he did not bring. I'm making a lot of broad calls on what Ryan's bringing. But Whimsicott gets the Tailwind up. Absolutely no way Jared can stop it. Oh, but Jared reveals Dragon Dance on Rayquaza. That could shake things up a little bit. It won't quite give him the speed advantage yet. But with Spore going into Solgaleo, I think he has... He does have to watch out for Encore, though. That being said, Extreme Speed has +2 priority, so he can avoid Encore in that way. He would just get Encored into Extreme Speed. I think someone might be joining me mid-commentary.
Is this on? Is anyone there?
I hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, I hear you too.
John who came back very late from lunch break.
Yes. I was talking it up with my good friends.
Hey, that's important, right?
Yep. Just hopped in. Catch me up on what's happened here so far, Jake.
Jared won the first game.
Okay.
It was a big turnaround when Xerneas kind of geomancied in front of Lucario and Rayquaza, and Jared decided not to play passively.
Okay.
That's a big turnaround. They've led very different things this time. They're switching out. This is like the fourth switch out from them. So, later switch back in, so it neutralizes the Dragon Dance from Rayquaza. Meanwhile, Smeargle follow me. Probably following me the Encore, which is actually really smart.
Ooh,
but he decided to use Worry
here.
Seed.
Yeah.
No more booty boost.
That does cover the Spore on switch in. So Ryan actually did that against me yesterday. So
yes, it's a very good tech. I used it in 2016.
We're gonna see another Dragon Dance. So just rack up those boosts and start going to town here.
So because Ryan didn't Encore this turn, Jared has. Well, I guess he would have Encored him to follow me. So he would have. So Ryan still wouldn't have been able to Encore the Rayquaza into Dragon Dance. So he's at +2 speed and +1 attack. So Ryan has Tailwind on his side. So
but that means
Rayquaza should be faster.
Just
than
be faster. Yep.
Whimsicott would be 1 point faster if it's max speed.
Yeah.
So
well, it depends on what the spread is.
But
on that,
I mean, it's prankster stuff. So
yeah. So it'll be going first anyway. Gonna be switching back into the Solgaleo, just trying to shuffle the Intimidates, I think. But, you know, letting your Solgaleo, one of your big damagers, eat this Dragon Ascent, it's gonna sting a little.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
So Rayquaza Mega Evolves, which I know this is the only weather user on either team.
That's true.
So
Do we know if Solgaleo's taken a sleep turn yet?
Trying to think. I don't think it has.
Okay, well, it's not going to take one this turn either.
So there goes. There goes Encore into the Smeargle. So
Well,
be looking to follow me, which
Not
I don't
really,
think Jared minds.
not really changing any of the game plan on
Yeah.
Jared's side here. As another Dragon Dance.
Oh my
He's just
gosh.
going ham.
The greed.
He is greedy here. Getting some greed
I thought
going.
maybe he should just extreme speed the Whimsicott and just try to chip way at it, but
Yeah.
depending on what is, I guess his only attacks would be Dragon Ascent and Extreme Speed, so he still can't KO the Solgaleo here, but since it still has to sleep, he could do two.
You
Dragon
could do
Ascents.
another. You could do like at least 2 Dragon Ascents, or you could
Yeah.
even go for like a 4th Dragon Dance if you just really wanted to assert your dominance
So
here.
based on the first game, based on how much damage I saw +2 Dragon Ascent do to Solgaleo the first game, I think what he was trying to do was try to get enough attack so he could 2-hit KO the Solgaleo.
Okay, well here's the Intimidate coming in to
Oh,
make that.
but he had to Intimidate. So now he's at.
I think he's just +1.
attack.
+1.
He has a +1 attack. Yeah, I forgot about the Intimidates earlier. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So Smeargle's going to continue following me because Encore. I don't
Encore
think
and all that
it's not a big
stuff.
switch in.
Not really worried here too. I think it still has a sash.
Oh,
He's just going.
he's at +4 speed. I don't think Ryan's Tailwind is good. I don't think Tailwind's going to do Ryan any more good.
I don't
No,
think even Tailwind boosted Zern can help him now.
He doesn't have Xerneas.
He didn't bring it this time?
No.
Oh, okay. Wait. No, oh, I see. Okay.
So
I see all
Tailwind's
4
out.
of these in Pokemon.
Absolutely no way. He has to. I don't know.
I
So-
really don't know what he can do to stop this.
I still think Ryan kind of has an out because he's only at +2, and Solgaleo's still a good matchup against Rayquaza, right?
Yeah, it is a
So-
good matchup overall. So if he can get a little lucky with
The
the sleep
only
turns,
issue is Smeargle's locked in to follow me, and Jared has. I don't think Jared would do well to just switch out Smeargle here. I think he
no,
needs to keep following.
he's going to keep following me. It still has the sash intact, and once the Encore wears off, you can even like start sporing stuff again. So it's really not.
I
There's
think-
there's almost no risk on Jared's side. Meanwhile, Ryan is still trying to position and get his Pokemon to wake up or get into his position where he can safely attack. But follow me, just going to happen here as finally, not finally, still going for Dragon Dance.
I can
think this
understand
is
maybe
the
3 or 4, but I
5th.
think this might be a bit much.
Is this the 5th?
Because eventually Ryan's just keeps cycling and Intimidate. This is the 5th Dragon Dance, so it's +3 attack.
+3 attack.
Plus
That's
5
a second
speed.
turn of sleep on Solgaleo. We're still locked into follow me on Smeargle. With all these Dragon Dances,
Whimsicott's one of the Pokemon you're glad you have Dragon Dance against instead of Swords Dance.
That's true. That's true. But with all these Dragon Dances, you might think that Encore was on Rayquaza instead of Smeargle, but that's definitely not the case. I think,
Yeah.
I think Jared is just willingly going for the
At that
+6.
At that point, I kind of wonder if he even needed to follow me. I guess it wasn't the plan originally, but then he realized, oh, it's safe for me to Dragon Dance a bunch of times.
Yeah. Really, if he could have just locked into Spore there, it would probably have been a little better. But he's still in a good position now. Having burned 2 turns of sleep on the Solgaleo is not, like, ideal. But he still has that follow me.
He's going to keep cycling and Intimidate.
This is the 3rd one,
He might
right?
be hoping
So-
to catch Rayquaza on extreme speed into the Scott slot. Okay.
All right.
But yeah, it's still very scary on my end.
Extreme speed
that is what
going
he went
into
for.
the Landorus. Ooh.
But it lives.
Barely surviving
I
there.
think that's what Ryan was going for, and like kind of worked out for him. But the only problem is Solgaleo doesn't really have anything to hit Rayquaza with.
Oh, a 3rd
Oh.
turn.
Man, that's just insult to injury.
Yeah, Encore ending here too is really terrible for Ryan. So this is gonna be basically a free Spore turn for him.
I don't think he'll do that. Well, yeah, he will
I
do
think
that 'cause
he'll still
Solgaleo's
do it.
Yeah, Solgaleo is going to wake up this turn, so he's going to have to. All Ryan's Pokemon are faster than Smeargle, but like, I don't think Smeargle's the threat here.
Yeah, Smeargle is definitely.
Rayquaza can
Just
pick up
saying,
any Okos he wants to.
I've got the
to.
support, you know. Solgaleo is gonna wake up and get off his Sunsteel Strike. Not a Z move, so it probably won't knock out either of these 2 Pokemon without a crit.
It is Life Orb.
It is Life Orb, but I don't
But
know.
it'll
The
take- it'll
Rayquaza
take-
is still at full
Oh.
defenses too, so a little bit of Life Orb lost here as Transform
Oh no!
going to copy the Rayquaza here and get a second +2/+5 Rayquaza.
I just
so,
have to say, Jared's father's watching this, and he's like,
He's having his mind
is the most
blown
right
a
now.
little bit.
Look,
With this amount of offensive pressure, plus Smeargle still having Sash Attack, basically means you've got a second Sashed Ray. That's some bad news for Ryan.
How much does Ryan want to forfeit here? Does he not? Like, what would I do if I were in Ryan's situation? I think I would just forfeit. I'm just like, no, I don't want.
Extreme Speed coming in. That is going to be a knockout onto the Landorus. Here's the Dragon Ascent.
This will not KO Solgaleo, but like it's still +2.
It's +2, so I mean this is effectively neutral damage. Ouch.
Was that?
No, that was just normal. That was just normal damage.
Okay. Oh right, because last game, because I did last game, but that's because Rayquaza wasn't that good. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that was pretty smart, but I do think that Spore and then Transform this turn would have been a little better for Jared. Of course, you can't really lose much by going for Transform that turn.
If you transform your own Rayquaza and like you take no damage, like, and you're Sash Rayquaza, by the way.
And
this still intact.
This Sash is still here too, so you're pretty much safe for the rest of the game, and you're +5.
Either Spore or Transform and still.
There's no more Intimidate, so you're basically +2 for the rest of the game too, and that is really scary if you're Ryan. And you know you are Life Orb Solgaleo, so you're still a little strong, but you're also losing health every time you attack, and with not much health remaining, you're definitely on a timer here. For
Ryan could tail and protect here, and he would still not be faster than a +5 speed Rayquaza.
Yeah, +5 speed Rayquaza is just a giant menace, and you know I don't think this Whimsicott has any offensive moves to help support Ryan's team offensively either. No Moonblast or anything like that. Have you seen that?
I have seen it set. I shouldn't say it on stream.
We've seen a Worry Seed for sure, and Encore.
And
as well as
Tailwind.
Tailwind. So
the fourth move, I know what it is, but it's not an attack.
Yeah, so in that case, it's kind of dead weight here. It's not really doing a whole lot.
It hurt in the first game because he had no way of taking the Smeargle down in one turn because he only had one attack and a Sash. The disadvantage is using Whimsicott.
All right, we do see Solgaleo switching. This is going to be that Kangaskhan coming in.
I don't know.
That might be a... Oh, Smeargle uses Extreme Speed.
The Whimsicott. That is
as Worry Seed comes
is one
out.
bulky Whimsicott.
That is really fast.
That's a +2 Extreme Speed.
+2, and did not anywhere near Sash.
I was wondering earlier why Meteor Mash didn't take it out, but I think it's just a really bulky Whimsicott.
Okay, well, this changes not a whole lot. I mean, Kangaskhan is in and does have Fake Out. It's not Mega yet, so you can even do it on Lunala if you want. But you really want to open your Kangaskhan up to +2 Dragon Ascent. I don't think you want that.
This Kangaskhan would have to be really bulky in order to take it. It is possible, but I doubt it's built like that.
And Jared really just needs to hit more moves and kind of clean up the rest of the game. But Ryan, he's stalling the game out a lot longer. Here's the Fake Out. That was a lot. He has a -1 defense.
Mega evolving.
Yeah, he did not Mega Evolve, so I don't really know.
I don't think Tailwind's gonna help him. Like, I think he was still faster than Lunala either way. Maybe he wasn't.
Lunala doesn't have Shadow Shield anymore, so he does have that going. But gonna lose your Whimsicott here, and Rayquaza's still gonna be like +5 speed. So, I mean, you broke the Sash, great. It's at least something, and he is a Smeargle, so less HP than base Rayquaza, is -1 defense, so maybe something like Sucker Punch with high rolls can maybe take it out.
Wait, City's -1 defense?
Yeah.
From Dragon Ascent.
Yeah, he Dragon Ascended something, right?
Okay. I was thinking that you were thinking of Moody, but like, it shouldn't copy those if it transformed. It would get rid of those, which was good, because he had some not...
They weren't real great
had like some... I think it had attack drop, which would have been really bad. But hey, that's why I transformed, because you get...
Okay, Lunala is going to switch out. Wants to keep the Shadow Shield. Lucario coming in. This is going to be base Lucario, no Mega. But I mean, still can do some work against Kangaskhan.
There's the Mega Evolution.
There it is,
yeah. One last. But he's going to need to take a big...
He's going to have to hope for a big Sucker Punch.
Yeah, he could do it.
Oh, no Sucker Punch coming out, so this is going to be just Dragon Ascent.
I think it could have been just a read from Ryan's part, thinking Jared might Extreme Speed to avoid the Sucker Punch. But
that's
also,
true.
I don't know if Sucker Punch would have done enough. Even
I don't either. Yeah, there goes the Kangaskhan, and pretty clean. Solgaleo only has a couple more charges on that Life Orb before it knocks itself out. So gonna have to make the best of this Life Orb here. But with Shadow Shield Lunala in the back, it's looking like a hard ask.
Yeah. Not even a Tailwind up on Ryan's side. Can he really do anything?
And the Sunsteel Strike into Lucario,
he decided to go for the Lunala slot.
Yeah, so Ryan going to take a loss again, and then Jared will win the set. Really kind of greedy play, but I mean, it was safe greed.
Yeah, it was pretty safe.
It was pretty safe greed, so it wasn't really greed then.
I was just kind of thinking, the +5 speed was overkill, but I think what he was trying to do was just nullify the Intimidate, because Ryan could only Intimidate every other turn.
Right.
And I think also his Transform Smeargle played into his decision to do that, because he just transformed once, and he still has 2 very threatening Pokemon.
Yeah, of course.
2 Mega
In fact,
Berserkers.
the original isn't even here anymore. It's just the new copy.
The Smeargle's the one that's pulling the weight.
The Smeargle's pulling the weight here.
It's going to be a... Oh, no, okay.
Yep. It's +5, remember? It's just going to outspeed everything.
I mean, you could exchange it.
You got to go fast.
Gotta go fast. This is Smeargle. This is not Sonic. that is the set. Jared takes that. Second game was pretty clean.
Yeah, really clean second game.
I'm pretty sure it was entertaining for everyone watching.
Yeah, I really have to go back to what you said about the Whimsicott not being so great in game 1. With the Whimsicott with no attacking moves and no taunt, that lets Smeargle really do its thing.
Yeah.
Really quite uninhibited. The only way you could have really dealt with it was by aggressively targeting it down with maybe your Kangaskhan or Landorus.
I've used almost this exact same set on Whimsicott before, and yeah, it's kind of one of the downsides is coming across Pokemon like that, right? The best you can do is worry seed your own Pokemon to avoid what at the time was Dark Void, but that's now a Spore.
All right. But we're going to move on here. Good set to both of those players. I hope you enjoyed watching. We'll be watching Jared versus the winner of the other top 4 match, which I think is still ongoing.
The top 4 right now, the other top 4 match, I believe, is Andy Himes versus Trevor Rosberg.
Yep.